Good. Hi, everybody. It's good to see you all. It's good to see you all in person. My name is Matthias Dill. I am a managing partner at EIP Europe. We are an investment platform backing the best entrepreneurs, the best startups, and scale-up in the ESG space, and specifically in the energy transition. So I'm here today mainly to talk about one thing, and that's really collaboration. I would want to encourage you to collaborate more. I want to convince you that collaboration is the key, and it's really close to our heart, and here's why. Obviously, climate change is very real. Like if you look at the latest IPCC report, it's actually quite scary if you see how far global warming already has come. But at the end, we are, at EIP, we are optimistic risk takers, right? And we're very optimistic because we see that technologies are mature. Like clean technologies for power generation, for storage are mature, they are scaling, and there's a big pipeline of new technologies just being developed to really help fight climate change. And it's kind of funny because when we started out years ago, we were one of the early movers in ESG investing, but today it has become mainstream. And that's a good thing, right? You see, like around the world, governments, large corporates, they're all making commitments to net zero carbon. And if you, for example, if you look at Microsoft, which is one of our partners, they have committed to reduce all the emissions they've made historically by 2050. So that's very encouraging. And it also means there's a lot of things happening as we speak. And it's still very difficult, right? Because the energy transition is very hard to master, right? All the right things are there. The awareness is there, the problem is obvious, the money is there, but it's still very complex because you have to juggle a lot of things. You have to work with the existing system, the power system, all the wires and cables, the transmission and distribution systems. It's very regulated. And also just recently, I mean, you might have seen and experienced that, there's a lot of money coming our way, which is good, but it also means there's a lot of hype, a lot of noise, and it's hard to tell the signal from the noise. I think it has become much more challenging these days to really find the good startups, the good companies that will scale. And because it's very difficult, but it's an effort worth making, right? And our approach to tackle that is really, it's really a coalition that we've built. And on the slide, you see the large corporates that have gathered on our platform to cooperate and together to really innovate more efficiently and more effectively. And if you look at the likes of Shell or EDF, I mean, they are large companies and they have all the means, and they're very active and very well-renowned investors in the space, and they've become the kind of the prime go-to partners for startups in their exits. But still, they have joined our coalition, and I think the reason is that we think and we believe that at innovation, it's really all about increasing your success rate. And there's no better way to increase your success rate than learning from your peers. And so we, as a coalition, we get together on a regular basis, we compare notes, we want to discuss like what works well, and how to scale up new startup technologies in large corporates. And as a very much intended and nice side effect, we have seen that this coalition has really made us a very much preferred choice for those entrepreneurs who really are looking to scale. And not just with our partners, but also the fact that we have a global footprint as EIP has helped many of our portfolio companies to expand faster and expand internationally quicker than they otherwise would have. So I think over time, we really have fine-tuned that collaborative model, and we really work with our partners from the very first part of the value chain, which is identifying the trends, identifying what will happen, and then working to find companies that might not be obvious, right? That others haven't seen, and that's a very unique edge we have by leveraging that large coalition of industrial players. And then obviously we focus on due diligence. We get a lot of sector insights by talking to our partners, and that's important. But I think the single most important piece is like once we have invested in a portfolio company, and globally we have today 60 companies and roughly 35 corporate partners, we actually find out the relationship that matters, right? Because to be perfectly honest, not every of our portfolio companies works with all of our partners, and it's very unlikely to happen, but we are there to find the relationships that matter, to find that one or two rollout partners for our portfolio companies to really make a difference in their scaling. So we have seen that collaborative model at work. It makes us very optimistic about the future. And I think if we all collaborate more, I think we have a good chance of using technology, of using startups, encouraging entrepreneurs to help fight climate change. And I guess there's no better way to start collaborating than Ecosummit. So I'm really thankful for you guys listening, and now please go collaborate. Thank you.